mind, says Dr. Bach, is about a sense of guilt. But actually, when I look at the tree and understand the way that it grows, it's also about gaining freedom. Because the pine cones, and you can see this online on the Bach Flower Learning Program, where there's a time-lapse sequence which we filmed. But if you have a cone like this is actually what happens in the second year of the life of the pine flower. And it's closed up through the last 18 months. And then slowly it opens and it releases the seeds into the air when the weather is dry and warm. And that is about releasing the seeds to the future through understanding the pain and difficulty and the trauma of the past, not just your past, but of the parents and the grandparents, what we call karmic inheritance. So for me, the way that the pine cone lets its seeds fly free, that is the theme of free thyself. But it takes time. You compare that with the impatiens flower, where the exploding seeds come out within a week of flowering. And this pine remedy, it works for 2 years. That's, to me, there's no coincidence in that. Now, I don't know whether Bach saw that, but I cannot believe that he didn't understand it, because he was really strongly into plant observation. And I've come to try to follow in his footsteps of understanding by simply looking at the way the flowers and the remedies, they exist. Now, if we go back to the book, Bach does not always write in a logical sequence. And he's not an academic, but he's making personal exploration. And he ends chapter 4 of Free Thyself with a reference to the freedom of the bee. Now, as a beekeeper, I have to ask questions here. Did Bach know about bees? I don't think so. Do they really have freedom? That's a very, very interesting question. As a beekeeper, I've been keeping bees for more than nearly 40 years. I watch and see how they behave in order to learn how I may gain freedom. And a bee is in service to the colony. Now, you may think this is not very useful, but I have to tell you how I experience it.